Most middle class are stuck because they're scared, not actually because of lack of skill or lack of effort. All right, here we go. Some controversy is about to come. I'm gonna say some stuff that's gonna make some people mad and some people go, oh wow. I don't know. But before I get into that, welcome to the Fighting Entrepreneur Podcast, one of the last few episodes. That's right, coming in January, we are officially becoming the Anik Singal Show, and I can hear you right now. You're like, what the heck gives, man? You said December. I know I did. And then, you know what? I'm busy. So we just didn't get everything done. Holidays are coming. I'm a big holiday nut. You should see my house. It's decorated like crazy. I love it. By the way, if you ever want to see like what I'm doing in my personal life, you want to see pictures of what I'm up to, follow me on Facebook. Just go to Facebook. I don't really friend people back because I haven't done that in a long time, but you can follow my personal profile. It's public and you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, so we're going to wait and we're going to get a clear cut. January 2023, the Anik Singal Show lives. I've already started to record some of the guest interviews. They're so good. You're going to love them, all right? You're going to love this new change I'm making. This change, my commitment to you is every single episode I film at the Anik Singal Show will have relevance in your life and we'll be able to deliver some form of value to your life. All right, today let's talk about the middle class and fear and scared. All right, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna start with a story. Well, let me first tell you what I mean, and then I wanna tell you a personal story. So I don't consider myself middle class. I think I'm way out of that now, thank God. But I have nothing against the middle class. I have a lot of my family is middle class. I actually think middle class is the hardest working group of people ever. I think middle class are the people with the most skills. Think about it. You know, I have had plumbers come to my house and fix something that's wrong, and I watch them in awe because their skill is impressive. I've had people that come to my house to fix things. They're impressive. I have dealt with experts, consultants I hire that blow me away, but they're middle class, right? They make multiple six figures, but they're still living kind of tight. They don't have the full freedom. They can't step away from their careers. They have to earn money. I consider that middle class. It got me thinking a long time ago. I thought, because I looked at myself, I work hard. I think I would be stupid to say I don't work hard, but I certainly am not the hardest working. If I look at my friend circle, I have friends that work way harder than me. I have friends that are way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. A couple of my friends blow me away with their knowledge. I'm not that smart. I work hard, but I'm not that smart. Why is it that I've been able to accumulate? Why is it that I've been able to make a lot of money? Why is it that I'm successful as an entrepreneur? Honestly, it all came down to one thing, and I think you'll understand it in this story, but it came down to the word risk. And that's why I say scare. So when I hear about a business opportunity, my brain first goes to the opportunity. What could be? The positive, the potential. Of course, I do eventually come regress and think about the negatives. You have to. Every good entrepreneur has to. We take calculated risks. I'm not talking about just taking risks. I don't gamble. I hate gambling. I don't go to the casinos. I don't play the lottery. That's not the kind of risk. I'm talking about calculated risks, a risk that I can control, a risk that I look through and think, here's my worst case, here's my best case. Yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this investment. Now, when I look at a lot of the middle class that I know, I have friends that really desperately want to start an online business. And you know what? They'll come to me and they ask for help. It's not just one. I've had this happen many times. The first rule to the game they say is, I want to start an online business that I don't want to put any money in. They'll actually go out of their way to say that. I want to start an online business. I don't want to put any money in. How do I start it for free? And I've actually one person I finally had this conversation with, and I said, I don't get it. Why? Why is that a stipulation? Why do you not want to put money in? Are you broke? Because I know this person. They're a good friend. I know the way they live. I know the things they buy. I know the cars they drive. I know the job they have. I kind of know what they make. I've known them forever. I know them. I'm like, yeah, I know you've got savings. You've probably got multiple six figures in savings. Why is this a rule? Are you broke? Is something wrong? Do you need help, man? What's going on? No, I'm not broke. I'm fine. So why is this a rule of yours? Do you go to a grocery store? I need food, but I need free food only. Don't want to spend a penny. You go to the movies and say, I want to watch a movie, but I don't want to pay for a ticket. I want a free movie only. You know, you go to an airline. I want to fly, but I don't want free tickets only. I don't want to pay. So why is it all of a sudden a rule for your business? And they'll look at me and say, well, because I don't want to lose money. So, okay, what if you lose money? So I get really confused. I'm like, well, you've got a lot of savings. You've got 10, 20, 30, 40 grand in savings, and you want to invest. And again, I'm not giving advice. By the way, don't ever take any of this and go off and make investments based on it. Remember, I have amassed a lot of money, so I look at investing money differently. Be safe. Always put priorities, okay? I'm just talking to someone who has like a lot of money, right? Relatively speaking, and they have to invest $2,000 or $3,000 into a business. Oh, what if I lose it? Well, what if you lose it? Do you know that every time you buy an airline ticket, you could lose that money? Do you know that every time you get into the car, you could have an accident and lose money? I mean, we deal with the potential risk of losing all the time. So it's this fear. That's why I say middle class are stuck because they're afraid. They're scared of everything. They're scared of losing. The truth is you have to lose to win. It's just a formula, a byproduct of everything we've been doing in our life. Okay, when you wanted to learn to ride a bike, did you just start riding? Did you just literally get on the bike and you're like, boom, I'm off? No, you fell many times. You want to learn to walk? Ever watch a little kid trying to learn to walk? They fall all the time. Can you imagine if we as kids who don't have all these preconceived notions in our lives and don't have all of this patterns we built. If we were trying to learn to walk the same way that we now try to be successful, we would literally never walk. We'd never even try it because we'd be so scared of the fall that could happen. To those out there who are married, who have a significant other, who have a girlfriend, boyfriend, how many times were you turned down before you found someone? Like, I could keep going forever, man. How many times have you played a sport that you're good at, but you've lost a game? How many things have you failed at in your life? Maybe you've been fired. How many times at your job have you not done something well? So it's actually part of your daily life, but all of a sudden losing money in business, failing in business, it's like, no, I have to have full proof. So guess what? You end up never doing it. That's like the kid that says, I'm too scared to fall, so I shall never walk. That's literally, I know you're thinking that's an extreme example. It really actually isn't. It really is apple for apple. It's the same thought process. Risk-taking ability. Now, the other problem is a lot of people that are going to invest money, they do it in stupid things. I don't make risky investments, okay? Sometimes I buy, like, how many of us bought that altcoin during the whole crypto time, and we bought that stupid coin that we were hoping was going to 20x? Sure, I put a couple grand into a coin here and there, but I knew for a fact that if that 2 grand just disappears tomorrow and becomes nada, okay, fine. It's not going to fundamentally impact my life at all. I won't even think about it. But if I had put $200,000 into that coin, it would fundamentally impact my life. And I want to do that. And I did. But if I was a billionaire, maybe I would put $200,000 into a coin because I wouldn't care if I lost it. So it's all relative to what we have. And I need you to be safe. I'm going to give you a prime example. So I want to launch into the B2B market, and I have this amazing mastermind, and I wanted to sell it. And so I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do a free event. I want to blow people away. I don't want to just focus on selling a mastermind. I want to deliver a ton of value to people. And so I'm going to do a free event. I'm going to teach my heart out. I'm going to show my best stuff. And then sometime during the event for 10 or 15 minutes, I want to talk to them and tell them about my mastermind. And some will buy and some most won't, and all good. I don't care. So I start to put the budget together, and my wife, who is a lot of times our event planner, comes to me and says it'd be about $80,000 to $100,000 to run this event, even though I own a facility. I'm like, wait, I own the facility. What is going on? The food, the bus transportation, the party, the banners, the branding, team, the flights. And she's like, we can cut this budget a lot. Let's not provide them food. Let's not do the buses. I was like, whoa. If I do something, I do it all right. I'm not doing all of this. So we ended up spending about $700, till this day we still do it, per seat. So every single time someone said, can I come to your event? I was like, oh my God, it's like me doling out $700. So out the gate, forget the opportunity cost, forget the hours my team will spend planning this, because that would probably make my investment into the event come up to $150,000, $160,000, $170,000, $180,000. I'm just talking hard costs of running that event or somewhere between $80,000 and $100,000. So right out the day, the day I dare commit this, I say to myself, we're committing to this cost. Most entrepreneurs I know, forget normal folk, most entrepreneurs I know would pee their pants and would never agree to do that because they'd fixate on the $80,000 to $100,000. But I thought about it very differently, and I want to share with you my mindset, and you can kind of see how this might fit into something that you're stuck on in your life. I just broke it down and I said, hold on. All right, so it's going to cost me $80,000 to $100,000. That's a lot of money. I could lose it all, but let's talk about how realistic it is that I'll lose it all. So first and foremost, in order to be in that room, in order for me to invest $700+ on your seat, you have to be generating $500,000 a year or more in revenue. I already know if you're generating that much in revenue, you're a quality person, you're someone I want to be talking to, and most likely money is not the biggest problem in your life. So if I offer you something, if you see value in it, you can afford it. So it's going to be 120 people in the room where money's not a problem. Qualified, quality people. All right, that's interesting. If I'm selling something at $30,000 a head, which wasn't the price, but let's just say when I did the math, three people buy, I break even. So 3 people out of 120 is literally a 2% conversion, 2.5% conversion. In my entire life, I haven't really done anything that got a 2.5% conversion when I was considering this. At the time I was fat. I actually have since then. I actually did do something recently that got a ridiculous, it got like a 2% conversion. So I finally have done something in my life that did, and I know why, and that's a separate episode for a separate day. Big learning there. But at that point, when I was considering this, I was like, I've never done. So my worst, if I performed, my worst on stage has probably been 5%. So I said, wait a minute. If I perform at half of my worst that I've ever done, I break even. I know I can make that many sales for sure. So my worst case is break even. My best case is I go off and have a 7-figure day and I launch a brand new brand and I get this dream of mine to have this mastermind out the door. And I was like, the best case was like, boom. There's so many reasons. The worst case was like this. So actually a lot of people would have frozen and stopped at the 80, 100K and thought, oh my God, too much money, not doing it, too much risk. Whoa. Break it down. What is the risk actually? And all of a sudden I thought, man, you know what? The way I looked at it, I said, I will be stupid to not do this. The probability of me winning is huge. That's like someone at the craps table saying, hey, do you want to put some money on this? I have a 96% chance of winning. What do you think? And you're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I mean, so then I'm ready to bet, right? I'm a betting man when I have like a 96% chance of succeeding. So I feel the wealthy, where they defer themselves from the middle class, is that they don't immediately react to investment, to putting money into things or to opportunities. They don't react with, oh my God, what could I lose first? They react with, oh my God, what is the opportunity? What is my risk? And what's the worst case scenario? And they break it down in such a way where they go, oh my God, this is not that bad. And I bet a lot of people in the middle class don't even get to that point. I remember someone very close to me in my life that forewent an amazing opportunity to invest in a business. It was going to take about $100,000 of investment, and they were so scared of losing it. I remember years later, I spoke to them, that investment would have turned into $1 million or more. And I asked them something. I said, hey, when you say you could have lost all your $100,000, you were buying land as part of that business. I mean, land wouldn't just go to zero. And they're like, oh no, I mean, land would have maybe dropped 30, 40%. So I'm like, so really your worst case scenario, which had a very small chance of happening, was you'd lose 30 or 40 grand, not 100. And I tell you, the look on their face, because you could tell in the 10 years or whatever that this thing had gone by, they never thought about that. And they're like, you're right. So now all of a sudden, I should have done it. So don't look at the amount you think you could lose. Look at the real amount that you are putting at risk and the likelihood of that, and start to learn how to make better choices and decisions, and don't just run away from things that require investment. Don't just come at something with the rules, says no money, I don't want to put any money down. That's the biggest difference between the middle class and the wealthy. I'm telling you right now, that's what I've seen. I don't work harder, I'm certainly not smarter, and I have no skills. I mean, I have some skills, but I'm not the best skilled at anything. Yet I'm far more successful than most people around me because I'm not scared. I'm tactical, strategic, and practical, not scared. All right, there you go. Come on, hit that subscribe button, send us some love, and remember, the Anik Singal Show is coming. AnikPodcast.com to binge listen to all of our episodes. Make sure you subscribe to us on the audio platforms. Leave us a great review. This is Anik reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, push it the heck back. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Anik Singal.